So, shall we get started? All right. Okay, well, let's get started from the start, of course, right? So, I'll start from grade 8, let's say. So, back in middle school, when I got into middle school, I was really bullied for a lot of years and the whole middle school experience. I was bullied, I was separated from everyone, I was called gay, fag, I was called everything. And I was really depressed about all of it, and I had no friends or nothing. And so I was really wanting to fit in, wanting to have that sense of friends. So high school came along, and that was on the first day. One of my old friends that I was hanging out with back in elementary, he asked me if I wanted to go hang out with him. I was like, whoa, this guy who's ditched me in middle school wants to hang out with me? Me? Really? I was like, all right, let's go hang out, right? So we went for a walk, and we met up with some of his friends at the time, and they were smoking weed. And they asked me if I wanted to take a rip. And I was just thinking in my head, like, maybe if I take some of this weed and take a rip, I'll fit in. They'll want to be my friend. So I did it, and that's where it all started. Was that one day of high school. And so, sorry. I went throughout high school smoking weed. I started taking ecstasy. Smoking weed every day, taking ecstasy probably 5 times a week. And so I kept on going. Semester 1 passes. Halfway through semester 2, I get kicked out of school because I just got off a 2-month suspension for assaulting a kid. And I got kicked out of school because I got caught snorting my prescription in class. And that was rough. And that's where things got really bad, because I'm a teenager, I don't have to go to school anymore, right? So I started going out, partying every day, and with the parties that I was going to, there was a lot of gang members there, there's a lot of drug dealers there, a lot of bad people. And I started hanging out with them, and I started getting into the game of selling drugs, and with that came way harder drugs. I started using meth, I started snorting cocaine, I started doing all of the bad drugs, and I started selling drugs, and grade 10 came along, and I ended up going to Calvin High School, right there, right? Calvin High, that's what we be, right? So, Calvin High School, about halfway through the semester, I was still doing drugs, still smoking meth, still snorting cocaine, still popping pills every day, getting high every single day. And then there's this presentation that comes in, like, I'm a drug addict, right? I'm gonna skip every single presentation, just like, hey, free period, right? But that day was the one day that I didn't skip. And so it was TJ's Gift Foundation was the presentation at my school, and I related so much to TJ, and like I just related to not only the drugs he was using and the drugs that he was selling, but the friends that he had and what his so-called friends did to him. I could see the people I was hanging out with doing that to me, killing me. I could see that happening. And because of TJ and his story, I've been drug-free for 2.5 years now, so that's not big. Is that a big deal? That's a pretty big deal, I think, right? So yeah, I love you too, whoever that was, I heard it. But I hope it's you, Louise. I hope it's you. Yeah, so I've been drug-free since that presentation, but let me tell you a bit more on that day. Because that day was the day that my whole life changed. Took a 180 and changed completely. So that day, after seeing that presentation, I was going for a walk with the girl I had a relationship with at the time, and we were walking at Peanut Park. Everyone at Kelvin knows where that is. That's where people go to get high, right? So we were walking by there, and there's a car parked there with a couple of my friends inside, and hand pops out, got a pipe in it, and what goes in a pipe? Weed, right? So hand pops out and it's like, great, you want to take a rip? I'm like, like, you know how you think about a lot of things but it happens in a short period of time? Yeah, that's what happened. But so I was thinking to myself, like, I just saw that presentation and it really makes me want to say no. So I did. I said no. I did. I haven't said no to drugs in 9 months of doing drugs every single day. 9 months, I never said no to a single drug. And that day, because of the power that TJ gave to me, because I related so much to TJ, and that power gave me the opportunity to say no. And it was the day that changed my life. And the crazy thing is that when I said no, it wasn't like I was like sitting there taking a break thinking about it. Should I say yes or should I say no? No, it was instant and it was so easy to say that two-letter word. That two-letter word that's probably one of the most hardest words, that's not a word, hardest words to say in the entire world to your friends, no. But that word came out so easily. And it was so easy for me to say N-O to drugs. I made the choice to be drug-free. And that day was the day everything changed. And I really, so deep in my heart, hope and pray and know that every single one of you have the ability, have the power to say no. You may think it's so hard to say no. It is. But when you get it done, look at me, I'm standing on stage speaking about it. Your life will be 600 bajillion times better when you say no to drugs. So I want to send you guys out with a challenge. Not only to the people who may be using drugs in this room, but to the people who haven't used drugs, or to the people that are thinking about it. I want you to say no. If you don't believe me how easy it is, try it. I bet you can. I bet you guys can. But I know you can. I know you guys can say no. So I'm sending you guys off with that challenge to say no to drugs. And trust me when I say, your life will be so much better. So much better. It's insane. I got so many I love yous. I feel so special. It's not just my mom this time. So, yeah, I'm sending you guys off to that challenge. And I just really, deep in my heart, want to thank Floyd, Weed, Karen Weed, and all the Weeds, and especially TJ, and may you rest in peace. Because without them, Floyd tells me I should never say this because you never know what's going to happen, right? Floyd tells me that. Without them, I believe I would be in jail, prison, or in the grave. And I don't want to see any of you take the path that I did. And I want to see every one of you that have used drugs or have thought about using drugs to try and say no. Just try, that's all I ask. And one other thing before I sign off. You guys can't say no for other people. You can't say no for me. It has to be for yourself. You have to say no for yourself to make yourself want to be a better person. Make yourself want to be clean. Make yourself want to be sober. Make yourself want to accomplish something. You have to do it for yourself. You can't do it for anyone else. And I know, I'm pretty sure, Floyd, look at me. Did they all get cards?
Yep.
They all got cards? Guess what I got here? I got my card that I signed, right? You guys see that? See that? It's signed, right? My signature sucks, but you guys all see that, right? I signed that card that day. And that day was the last time I ever touched drugs. So I just want to read it out real quick. It is my pledge to myself that from this day forward, I will not use, sell, or promote illegal drugs. If I should make a mistake, I will not give up. That means if you slip up, for all those G's out there, if you slip up, I don't want you to give up. I want you to try again. If you guys need to, sign this card a bajillion times. Get another card, I don't know. But yeah. And, but we'll try again to uphold this pledge to myself. Not to my mom, not to my brother, not to my dog, not to my ferret, if you guys have a ferret, that's so cool. But to yourself. So I just want to thank you guys all for coming out, and once again, thank all the weebs. This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and it wouldn't be for them that I wouldn't be up here speaking. It wouldn't be for TJ that I would be up here at all on this world. Thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of the day.